Hello children, I hope everyone is safe and sound staying at home. So in this video we are going to see noun number. So in noun number we have singular noun, plural noun. So single means only one. So when a noun indicates only one, it is a singular noun. Plural means many. So when a noun indicates more than one, it is a plural noun. Now we'll see the rules for changing nouns from singular to plural. So the first one we have, for the plural form of most nouns, we just add s at the end of the words. For example, bottle, we are adding s to bottle and it becomes bottles. So singular noun is bottle and plural noun is bottles. In the same way, cup, cups, pencil, pencils, desk, desks, sticker, stickers, window, windows. And for the next rule, what is there? For noun that ends in ch, x, s or s sounds, we add es. So for example, box, it is ending with x. So we are adding es to the word box. It becomes boxes. In the same way, watch, it is ending with ch. So we are adding es. So it becomes watches. Watch, watches. In the similar way, moss, mosses, bus, buses. And the next rule, for nouns ending in f or fv, we change f to v and add es. So for example, wolf. So wolf is ending in f. So we are changing f to v and we are adding es. So wolf, wolves. Wife, wives. Leaf, leaves. Life, lives. So these are ending with f or fv. So we are changing f to v and we are adding es, and these spellings will change. So life, lives. We have to remember this. And the next one is, some nouns we have different plural forms. So what are they? Child, children, woman, women, man, men, mouse, mice, goose, geese, tooth, teeth, foot, feet, person, people. So these are completely different form of plural nouns. We are not adding s to the singular noun, or we are not changing anything. This is completely different. So we have to be careful when we are saying children. It is already a plural noun and we no need to add s for children and say children's. It is wrong. And people also, we don't have to add s to people. People itself is a plural noun. So if we have to say like one person, many people, like that. And nouns ending in vowels like y or o, we do not have definite rules. So for example, baby, babies, city, cities, puppy, puppies, toy, toys, kidney, kidneys, potato, potatoes, memo, memos, stereo, stereos. So there are no definite rules for these nouns. And for the next one, a few nouns have the same singular and plural form. So what are they? For example, sheep, sheep, deer, deer, series, series, species, species. So these nouns, there are same. Singular and plural form are same nouns. So next we'll see compound nouns. So a compound noun is made up of two or more words. So most compound nouns in English are formed by nouns modified by other nouns or adjectives. So if we see examples, we'll understand. The words tooth and paste are both nouns. But if you join them together, they form a new word, toothpaste. The word black is an adjective. and board is a noun. But if you join them together, they form a new word, blackboard. So compound nouns can be written in three ways. What are those three ways? A single word, two words, and hyphenated. So these are the three ways you can write the compound nouns. So for example, in single word we have haircut, toothpaste. Two different words we are combining and writing as one word, haircut, toothpaste. And two words like tube light, ice cream. These are compound nouns, but still we are writing it in two words. Hyphenated, self-esteem, brother-in-law. We are using hyphen in between the words and we are making it a compound noun. So this is about compound nouns. Next we will see countable and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns, there are certain objects that can be easily counted. So countable nouns are for things we can count using numbers. They have a singular and plural form. The singular form can use the determiner a or an. If you want to ask about the quantity of a countable noun, you ask how many combined with plural countable noun. So we can put numerals 1, 2, 3, etc. before them. So for example, if I say how many days are there in a week? So we'll say there are 7 days in a week. Okay. Here we are asking, I'm asking quantity, how many? How many days are there in a week? So the answer will be, we are combining like we are putting numerals. Like there are 7 days in a week. And the next one, Ravi brought 6 apples from the market. So again we are using a numeral over here. Next, yes, the things like days, apple, toys, these are countable nouns. They can be counted. Next, we have uncountable nouns. They refer to the objects and ideas that cannot be counted or separated. So we do not put numerals 1, 2, 3, etc. before them. So for uncountable nouns, we cannot count. We can't say 1, 2, 3 like that. So for example, gold is precious metal. So we cannot say 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold. Gold is an uncountable noun. We cannot count it. And the air of hill stations is very fresh. So air is uncountable noun. So we cannot say 1 air, 2 air like that. Things like gold, air, smoke cannot be counted. So they are called uncountable nouns. Now we'll see the difference between countable and uncountable noun. So the first difference is they can be counted. Like for example, we can count minutes, boys, girls, and uncountable noun, they cannot be counted. So for example, fear, anger, tea, gold. So the countable noun, they generally have a singular and plural form. Example, 1 dog, 3 dogs, 1 man, 3 men. So they have both singular and plural form in countable nouns. Whereas in uncountable noun, they can only be used as used in the singular form, as they do not have any plural form. For example, anger, sugar. We cannot say angers, sugars. So for uncountable nouns, we cannot add s. We cannot say it in plural form. They can only be said in singular form. So third difference, we use an, or one with these nouns in the singular form. So for example, a car, an aeroplane, 1 day, etc. So when we are writing singular form of countable nouns, we are using a, an, or one before these singular form of nouns. But for uncountable nouns, we cannot use a or an with these nouns. So to express quantity, we use words like some, a lot of, a little of, a great deal of. So for example, they gave us some furniture. So we cannot say they gave us 1 furniture or 2 furniture. So we are using some over here. So they gave us a lot of advice. So a lot of advice to when we talk about the quantity of uncountable nouns, we are using words like some, a lot of, like that. Now next, fourth one is we in some cases we also use many, a few and several to express quantity. So for uncountable nouns we use many, few and several. So for example, many children came to the park. Several teachers were there from that school. And for uncountable nouns they also use much and a little to indicate quantity. So much milk is left in the vessel. Add a little sugar to your tea. So these are some differences between countable and uncountable nouns. So that's all in this video. Thank you, children.